Hey, check your mic just a little bit.
What's up? Check 1, 2.
What's up? It's your boy.
It's your boy. My boy.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of This Is My Bourbon Podcast. I'm Perry, your host, and I've got with me Curtis.
Heck yeah.
Hey, man.
What's up?
Not much. How are you, buddy?
Oh, pretty good.
Yeah, it's a Monday.
It is a Monday.
Yeah, you know what else it is?
Bourbon Monday.
Bur-
Budweiser Bourbon Monday.
No, it's Bourbon and Beyond Week.
Oh, yeah,
It is. Yeah, this episode's coming out 2 days after we record it, and that means that it's coming out 5 days before Bourbon and Beyond. So, what up?
There we go.
I'm so excited for it.
Dude, me too.
We are going to be doing a whole bunch of interviews with people. We're going to be sitting in on some workshops and some tasting tables. It's going to be so much fun. So if you are there, I ordered a couple of shirts. Hopefully I'm going to have my This Is My Bourbon Podcast shirt by the time we get to Louisville, but we'll see. I might not. But yeah, man, this is like, this feels
exciting.
like the first big break for the podcast.
Yeah, it should be good, man.
Like we're actually doing something with it, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And just to give a little feature, who and what are we going to be interviewing?
Yeah, so we're going to be talking to a couple of bands. We only have a few lined up right now, but I think that the closer we get to Saturday and Sunday, we're going to have more booked on. We have quite a few distilleries. I won't give away too many names, but I will say that we got some good names lined up.
Yeah,
we got some good names, and I'll go ahead and drop one.
Yeah, you got to.
I'll go ahead and drop one.
Yeah, name drop a few.
Trey Zoller from Jefferson's.
Okay,
is going to be sitting down with us, and then Sarah Barnes from Boone County Distilling up in Northern Kentucky. So I'm crazy excited for this. It's funny. We usually put so much energy and effort into like 1 week or one episode or something, and this time we have to put that much energy into like
full days.
Exactly, into like a dozen plus different people that we're going to be talking to. So I'm floored at the opportunity and everything, and I really thank the people from Bourbon and Beyond for letting us come and do our thing and meet so many awesome people. But
yeah, so hopefully you listen to that episode. It's
please
definitely going to be really good.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that we'll have at least one episode from this. It's possible that we could have two, but at the very least, that first episode is going to be coming out next Wednesday, so a week after this one drops. So be on the lookout for that. But in the meantime, we have some business to take care of.
Beyond the lookout?
Oh, Curtis has to go take care of his laundry. Yeah, we got some stuff to drink. And we just introduced a new segment recently called Flying Blind, where we try things that we've either never had before or wanted to revisit. And in this case, it's something we've never had before.
Never had.
And I'm a little nervous, I'm going to be honest with you, but
I'm not nervous. I know I'm not like
curious.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I just know I'm not going to be wowed.
Sure, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be very enthused by it either. But it's the Budweiser Copper Lager. That do you want to read what makes it different?
I would love
because
to.
you were the one that brought this to my attention.
Yeah. So Perry said, "Oh yeah, it's been aged in oak barrels, aged barrels," and I started reading the label, and it says aged on real barrel staves.
So not even
in a bourbon barrel, but just on the staves. For how long, we don't know.
I don't know if it matters. I'm going to be honest with you.
Probably not.
We're going to find out. So
I guess, no. We'll see.
6.2% alcohol. So what, 12.4 proof?
Yeah.
Smells like Budweiser.
Yeah,
It smells very distinctly of like
of Budweiser,
of a Budweiser.
of a lager.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Cheers.
Cheers, buddy. That was a crappy. Oh, great. All right, moving on. It just tastes like Budweiser.
For the most part, I kind of get some notes of a
Like a bourbon.
bourbon.
There's a little bit more vanilla, I guess, that
Yeah,
comes
I wouldn't say
through,
bourbon. I
but-
would say it has a hint of vanilla and maybe a little bit of a nutty taste.
a little bit, but I think that
That's
like
probably
like Budweiser has a little bit of nuttiness to it anyway. It
Yeah.
just seems like it's kind of brought it out more. It's not bad.
no. I enjoy it. I mean,
I actually, yeah, I kind of like it, but I mean,
it's definitely Budweiser.
yeah, oh yeah, oh
It's a
it does-
Budweiser beer. You know,
yeah, for sure. But I mean, I don't know if I would drink this. I would probably actually drink this over regular Budweiser.
I think I would.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of Bud Light either, but
Yeah.
that's just you know. Yeah, this is pretty good. It wasn't that expensive. I think it was like $7 for a 6-pack.
Okay.
So I mean, it's
Yeah.
it's not going to set you back too much, and it's a conversation starter, I guess.
I'm happy with it.
I kind of am too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I would be able to enjoy, a couple of these.
I don't feel like it would get me into too much trouble.
No.
It tastes like I want to drink bourbon.
Yeah. It's like I want to have one of these and then just switch to bourbon.
Yeah. Yeah.
And at that point, why even have the beer?
I wonder how it pairs with Jim Beam. Let's find out. No, I'm kidding. I didn't bring any Jim Beam.
Ah, darn. Well, let's find out.
Yeah, let's find out. Oh, I just remembered something else. I the other night recorded 2 episodes of a show called the Cluttered Desk Podcast, where I was asked to talk about bourbon and kind of walk the 2 hosts. One of them is Colin Cox from the Hop-Ons podcast. I've had him and his co-host John Phelps on this show before to talk about Arrested Development and bourbon. But for the Cluttered Desk, Colin and his friend Andrew talk about just a whole bunch of different things like literature and alcohol and, all over the place. So they wanted to have me on to kind of talk them through how to taste bourbon.
Mm-hmm.
So be on the lookout for the first of those 2 episodes. It's probably going to be within the next week or so that comes out. But I'll, of course, be sharing social media links and everything to it in the meantime. But like one of the things I had them try, of course, was Jim Beam, and then I kind of walked them through
Kind of the
different bourbons.
progression.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just a simple introductory.
Yeah, exactly. And they're not like bigger bourbon drinkers like we are. So
Yeah.
I mean, made sense. Hey, I kind of like this. I'm starting to come around to it a little bit more.
Oh, yeah, no, I think it's good. And I was skeptical when I saw it.
Yeah, I know.
But,
It's got a little bit of milk chocolate to it too.
yeah.
Just a little bit, but yeah, not bad.
Good job,
Not bad.
Budweiser.
Yeah, way to go. And I guess Jim Beam.
It's different. Yeah.
I guess Jim Beam. I'm
It's
not
just different,
Okay, so that was Flying Blind for the most part. I guess we're going to kind of finish this up as we talk about what we've been drinking recently. So, Kurt, buddy, what you been drinking recently?
I have been drinking some good stuff.
Have you now?
Yes,
do tell.
I recently had gotten Wilderness Trail. Mm-hmm. It's from, I believe, Batch C. Mm-hmm. And their bottle and bond. Oh man, it's
good
just
stuff.
it's just as good as I remember from when we did the review of it. And
Did we do that with Swan? Is that who was
yeah,
on
we
that
did it with
week?
Swan.
Yeah.
And it's just good. I'm so excited for the future of Wilderness Trail and their
Oh, yeah.
products, and definitely will be a buyer in the future.
Oh, for sure.
Now and the future. So
They've got good things coming, I think. And they're on the right. I think they're on maybe the best path to success out of all of the new craft distilleries that are popping up. And I think the only one that is in contention with them is New Riff.
Yeah.
And their bottled and bond is really good.
Oh, yeah?
We had that on the show a few weeks ago, too, with Chad and Swan, actually. Swan popping up a lot today. And I haven't seen Swan in a while. Swan needs to come and do another episode with us.
I hadn't seen Swan either. I actually got this bottle of bourbon. He got it for me, and I wasn't in town, and so he dropped it off in my mailbox.
That's good mail.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, came home and was like, ooh, bourbon.
Whoa, okay.
Bourbon mail.
He should have let me know. I would have held on to it for you.
Yeah.
Because that sounds scary.
It wasn't bad. It was only in the mailbox for like 20 minutes.
Yeah. Anything else you've been drinking?
That's been about it. Been drinking some Wathans.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what have I been drinking? Oh, I just got the new batch of Booker's recently. It's called Kentucky Chew. And I uncorked it on my live stream on Friday night, this past Friday night. By the way, live streams are switching over to YouTube from Instagram. So just search This Is My Bourbon Podcast on YouTube. And I haven't quite nailed down the day just yet for the new live streams. So if you have a preference, tweet in at My Bourbon Pod and let me know. Because I really wanted to switch over to YouTube from Instagram because I was getting frustrated with the fact that it was only there for 24 hours. And this way people can go back whenever they want to. And it's better quality and reaches a wider audience and yada yada. But anyway, I'm happy to be over on YouTube now instead of on Instagram. But anyway, that Booker's is fantastic. I tell you, man, I have not been able to get off of the Wild Turkey 101 kick.
Yeah, I know. I noticed you've been talking about that,
dude. It is just so. This most recent bottle that I got, there's something about it that has been really like almond buttery.
Okay.
Just which I've never noticed before on a Turkey 101 bottle before. And I mean, it's everything else that I love about Turkey 101, but with the inclusion of this almond butter flavor, that's just, I just love it. I mean, I'm hoping that the next bottle isn't, worse than this, because then I'll be like, oh, but my one honey bottle.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say that you probably will be a little disappointed because
I'm sure I will.
You seem to have an affinity for this almond butter.
I do. I do.
But
anyway,
good nonetheless.
Yeah, sure. So I'm not gonna like save the bottle or anything because I enjoy it too much to just let it sit there forever. But anyway, that's about all that I've been drinking. So today's topic is it's less of a topic and more of like torture hour for us because I wanted to do. We have a lot of good bourbon on the show.
We
do, and sometimes we kind of, we talk crap about the bad stuff. So I figured, why not revisit some of the bad stuff?
Yeah. And I guarantee you, we're going to have a few of these that we're probably like, huh. Well.
Yeah, it's like, oh, not that bad. Yeah. So the first one is Cabin Still.
Cabin Still. Oh, wow.
Cabin Still
this brings me back to college.
3 years old, 80 proof, made by, I'm not sure who makes this. I think it might be it's either Heaven
Bardstown.
Hill. Yeah, it's either Heaven Hill or Barton. I think it might be Barton, though.
Barton?
Yeah. And then Kentucky Tavern.
Yes. Wow.
Good old KT.
Please, where's the Kentucky Gentleman?
That's not even bourbon. It's a blend.
Yeah.
It's blended whiskey.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. But then our review is going to be a bourbon that notoriously gives me a headache. Benchmark, which is a Buffalo Trace product. And I'm not excited about it. Haven't had it in a while. This bottle is probably about 4 years old.
Oh, wow.
And I've just, I slowly whittled it down. But anyway, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little excited for this because some of these things I haven't had in quite a bit.
I haven't had it in a long time.
The fullest one is that Cabin Still bottle, but that's because I bought it recently and I was like, oh, I'll give it a try. Yeah. I mean, I may as...
We'll give it a go.
I figured, expand. What do I always say? Drink, try new things.
Try old
And
things.
so, and try old things that
Try
Curtis may
things-
not have had since he was in college.
Try
So,
things you don't like.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So, wait, where you want to start? You want to start with the cabin still, or you want to start with KT? I'm scared. I'm going to be honest with you, though.
Just going back and forth, like looking at them, like, I mean, you can't really decide. Let's start with Kentucky Tavern.
Okay,
Sure.
let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right. So good old Kentucky Tavern. This one actually I know is made by Barton.
Yes.
I think this is another 3-year
3-year.
product. Again, 80
say.
proof. Oh, you know what? It might not.
I don't think it does.
Well, it's at least 2
No,
years.
it's aged at least 36 months.
Yeah, so 3 years. Yeah. Whoo boy. All right. Let's do this. So kind of like we're also going to be talking about like we tend to champion the bottom shelf in terms of like, oh, don't overlook some of those things that are there, like Heaven Hill, 6-year
find some
green
of these
label.
good
and-
kind of diamonds in the rough.
Yeah, exactly. But I think that we've kind of lined up things that don't have a good reputation, and
And let's put it to the test.
let's do that.
Because I really haven't had it in a long time to really give a good evaluation of it.
Oh, that
But-
nose is real bad, dude. Oh, what have we done? Why do we do this?
Yep.
Oh, it's just like straight ethanol.
There's no
on earth?
redeeming quality on that.
There's a little bit of like banana flavor or banana scent on the nose,
Yeah.
but gosh, that's brutal. Oh, I'm not. Why did we do this?
I poured too much.
Yes, sir, you certainly did.
Yeah. I get banana,
Banana heat and
Kinda
then
a
like
little-
caramel or
like apricot.
yeah. That's what the sweetness is.
Like banana and
Man.
apricot and then ethanol.
Kentucky Tavern actually used to be something that people really liked. Mm-hmm. Like before they, I guess, got bought out by Barton or by Sazerac, and it was supposed to be a pretty high quality product, but now it's it's sneezed
Went down,
at.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure as the brand kind of got less known, then the less quality it was.
Oh, it tastes low quality. Oof. Oh, you remember that Hayes Parker we had
Yeah.
that we said had the Kentucky Strangle? This kind of has that too. Like
Yeah.
it just hits your chest and
It's more the finish, like not even the finish. It's just it sits in your
like
it
right in your
sits
chest.
and burns in your chest.
Yeah, like you just want it to go away.
Yeah. Because at first I took a drink and was like, oh well, there's no taste, there's nothing really notable about the finish or the palate. But then 10 seconds afterwards, you're like, whoa.
Second sip is better than the first, I will say that much, but it's not by much. The finish is just putrid. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's this overly chemical and
Yeah.
I do not like this flavor at all.
The front of the palate,
Front's okay.
is okay.
Yeah, it kind of tastes like a oh shoot, what do you put on banana pudding?
Whipped cream.
The little no, not whipped cream. The little cookies.
Oh, wafers.
Yeah,
Vanilla wafers.
Yeah, vanilla wafers. They
Yeah,
taste a little bit like vanilla wafers.
It's a good
But that's-
description of it.
I mean, that's just kind of all that there is
That's it.
to it. Yeah,
Bananas, apricots,
and I mean this bottle's
on the nose, and then
Yeah.
you get banana and vanilla wafer.
yeah, and this bottle's like $10.
Yeah.
So I mean, you're not expecting a whole lot, but still, this is.
It's priced at the right point.
I think it is too. This is by no means anything that I want to revisit in the future. You know what I mean? Like it's just
The only way I would visit it is if
You were on a desert island, and it was a whole truck of Kentucky Tavern just
Yeah,
fell out of the
and
sky,
I
and it
guess
was the
that's
last
it.
thing you had.
yeah, that's all we got. If
This
it was like
this
the
was a bad idea.
apocalypse and there was the only bottle of bourbon was Kentucky Tavern.
It's like Road Warrior, but for
Yeah.
for bourbon.
I'm sure it'd be great then.
I think at that point I'd just say anybody else.
Yeah.
I don't care. What? There's beer left? I'll go with beer.
Yeah. I don't like beer, but sure.
Would you recommend this?
I mean, I'm not going to recommend it.
No, I wouldn't either.
I guess I halfway want to say, like, if you ever never have it, like,
I mean, you should try it for sure.
yeah.
Because it's worth the experience, but like in terms of, something that you should have on your shelf, I don't think that it's a necessity.
No, you should definitely not have this on your shelf.
I can already tell you this is going to be a quicker episode because we do not want to drink
Any
these
of
for
this,
very long
yeah.
and let them linger.
All right, Perry, what do you want to try next?
Well, we only have one before we want to try the... Oh, actually, you know what? I have other things that we can try, too, if we want. I have a 6-year very old Barton. Lots of Barton products.
See, very old Barton,
Actually, this is pretty good. I don't know why I have
I enjoy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Something's off about this bottle, though. I'll tell you. I'll tell you that.
I'm
much.
glad you brought that bottle then.
Yeah, well, I did it on purpose. Well, do you want to do Barton or do you want to do Cabin Still? When was the
Let's
last
go
time?
Cabin Still.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. The VOB's 86 proof too.
Okay.
So, whoo-wee. Okay. Got to recenter my chi. Oh, so you haven't had Cabin Still in a while.
No,
I
have
poured too
not.
much of the Cabin Still this time. It looks like watered down bourbon. It
Yes.
looks like when you put an ice cube in and it sat there and melted. Mm-hmm. And if I remember correctly, that's how it smells too.
And this is aged for
36 months.
36 months, same as the other. Okay.
Oh, actually, the nose isn't terrible on this. It's better. It's better than the last one, I thought.
Yeah, it's more there's more complexity to it. I'll say that.
There's like grassiness,
Yeah.
like a grass
Kind of
note,
an earth.
and then some like orange peel.
Yeah.
But then you get into it a little
And then
bit
it's a little
further,
musty
and
and-
it's And you know what? Too, Cabin Still actually used to be also well revered. Like Cabin Still used to be a good brand, and now it's now people turn their nose up at it.
Yeah.
Oh man!
I mean, I'm sure it was way different back when
it
was.
totally was.
Yeah.
It totally was.
I'm sure it was
you know?
pretty good when it at that time.
Oh yeah.
It's just now like there's so much flooding of the market, and you have to have.
So let's say you went into the store. Okay.
Okay.
You have $30. You can either buy multiple bottles at a lower price or one bottle at a higher price. What would you rather do?
One bottle at a higher price.
I would agree.
There's no way.
Because I think that there's not enough good stuff on the lower shelf that warrants.
That warrants that. If I
Spend
have
it,
$30,
yeah.
I'm going to get something I'm going to really enjoy and probably kind of ration out
Yeah.
more.
I mean,
whereas I definitely could make it work on $30 on if I wanted multiple bottles, like the Heaven Hill bottled and bond, and but Perry just tasted it.
wow. It has that weird mustiness to it, but in such a like bad funky way that it's painful.
Oh, it's got some funk,
It
man.
really does. It has like soured chocolate. You know what I mean?
It's funky.
It's really bad. It's really bad. Wow. Oh jeez.
It's like it's just funky.
I don't even know.
Yeah, I wanted to
hardly
say I was
describe
going to
it.
compare. I was like, the Kendrick Lamar song, the "We've Got the Funk,"
Oh yeah.
but I was like, but that's a good funk, and this is a bad funk, so I definitely don't want to compare it to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's musty.
This is bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it's been sitting in somebody's attic
It tastes
somebody's
spoiled.
attic for 100 years.
Yeah.
And it's been open, and like the cork had fell in it.
Yeah, it tastes like cork rot.
Yeah.
That's what it
Yeah.
tastes like.
It reminds me of the Blanton's bottle
That we had that one
that
night
we
at
had.
Tom's.
Even though the Blanton's bottle was worse than this, I will have to say.
No, I agree with you. This was, I mean, well, from what I remember, I mean, if I had them side by side, I don't know if I could tell you what was what or what I preferred, but
I think I would prefer this. It's just a musty taste.
it has such a spoiled flavor to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just tastes like it's gone bad, which is not supposed to really happen with bourbon if you
no.
take good care of it. But this is aggressively upsetting.
Yeah. It's aggressively sour.
Mm-hmm.
Just sour.
To follow up on my question to you earlier too, I would do the same. I mean, I would definitely, buy one bottle over many because, I mean, I always say quality over quantity.
Yeah, and I think
You know.
most people would agree with that.
Yeah, and this is. I don't know if you could pay me to buy this bottle.
I don't think so.
Like, I mean, oh jeez.
It's tough to even say you couldn't pay me to buy both of these bottles.
Nope. No, you could not.
Yeah, but with that being said, it's tough to say that because I mean, these are like $10.
Yeah, I know.
You
I
can't
know.
you can't expect what we've had when you're
Yeah.
paying $10.
Okay,
so.
okay. This or Jack Daniels?
Jack Daniels.
You think?
Yeah.
I think I kind of have to agree with you. I think this is unsalvageable.
Yeah.
You know what's
tough.
funny about about the cabin still though is it smelled better than it tasted.
Yes, it did.
But the Kentucky Tavern, it was the opposite. Like
Yeah.
it tasted better than it
Uh-huh.
smelled. Gosh.
Yep. Moving on.
Moving on to some. You want to do this VOB? Where'd it go?
Right there.
Right here in front of us.
Yeah, sure.
Awesome. Let's try it. Let's try that. We are really burning through this because this is.
That's all right.
Ooh, buddy. Okay.
All right.
So-
VOB.
This is the 6-year age stated.
The real double OG.
VOB. You know me. Wait. I was doing.
D-O double G.
Never
And I
mind.
messed
Yeah.
it up already, so.
We were doing different things. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was doing Snoop Dogg.
You just got the knife to the throat
Oh, okay.
motion. Yeah, so this was the 6-year age stated VOB. You like it? You like the smell of it?
I think the smell, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
Oh, it certainly smells better than what we've had so
Yeah.
far.
Comparatively. Has a hint of that darker chocolate.
Yeah, it does.
aroma.
It has more barrel flavor.
Barrel flavor,
barrelness.
more of a
I mean,
char.
it's 6 years. Maybe this was maybe this isn't what I remember it being. Maybe I was thinking of this old Forester.
Okay.
I think I was thinking of the old Forester. So here's what I'm going to say. Let's do the two side by side,
Okay.
if that's okay by you,
Yep.
because I need to be taken back to when I first had both of these and try to remember what it was that was so terrible.
I think it's this one.
Oh yeah, it's definitely
It's like-
the old Forester that smells
The old
worse.
Forster smells like paint thinner.
Yes, exactly, like that and smelly socks.
Yeah.
Oh geez.
All right, so what do we
That's-
want to try first?
Let's do the very old Barton first.
Okay.
So we can kind of give ourselves a nice palate cleanser of something
Yeah.
good.
Oh, yeah. Little heat on the middle.
Actually, that's really
But-
not that bad.
Yeah.
I mean, for an 86 proofer, that's pretty decent.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite.
No.
Bourbon by any
I don't
means,
think you
but-
expect it to be. But the
No, I don't either.
the flavors are there.
It's something.
It's
It's a thing.
The thing that kind of gets me is the middle.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But moving on to
Yeah. I don't even know what to think on that.
I also got this weird like sweet tart or like sugary smell on the nose too before I'm about to take my sip. Yeah. Okay, so it was this bottle.
Yeah, that's
Dude,
it.
from the moment it hits your palate, it's
There's
just
nothing redeeming about
Oof.
this.
I mean, the very front of the tongue is so bad. Oh my god.
This is like paint thinner.
This is gonna be like the most downloaded episode of all time because it's just gonna be listening to us get tortured for an hour.
Ugh. I don't even know if we'll be able to make it an hour.
I mean, we're at 40 minutes right now,
Okay, maybe.
just on recording time, and we still have Benchmark left to review too.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, dude, this is bad.
Rough.
I mean, this really does smell like it. I mean, this is another one that smells like it's soured
Yeah.
really quickly. You good?
Yeah, it's
You looked
just
confused.
gross,
You
dude.
looked confused for a second.
I mean, I'm confused on why they would put this out, but
Well, luckily this is.
dude,
Okay, so luckily this is a bottle that's not available anymore.
yeah.
I mean, it's the old style
the
label.
VOB is so much better.
Yeah, and that I mean,
and I
that-
think it's my favorite that we've tried so far.
yeah, and I screwed up. I shouldn't have brought that one. It was the Old Forester, but it's a good thing that I brought both of them because, I mean, you know, I was like, oh yeah, they were both bad. But then the more I thought about it, I was like, maybe the Very Old Barton was kind of good.
Yeah.
And sure enough, it was.
I've always had
than
good
Old
experiences with Very Old Barton.
yeah,
So
their bottled and bond is really good. I don't know if you've had that or not.
I don't
It's like
think
a
I
white
have.
label.
yeah, I haven't.
No, that's good. That's good stuff. That's what Brett keeps at his house
Okay.
as like his well bourbon.
Yeah.
So,
I think that's smart.
Yeah. dude, it's just like night and day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, going between the two, they're both 86 proof. I don't know the age on the Old Forester, but you know what kills me about the Old Forester label is every single one of their bottles says there is nothing better in the market.
Okay. Go on.
Like, don't
Let's-
pull that crap
Yeah,
with
let's
me.
not do that.
No, no.
So the Very Old Barton compared to the Cabin Still and Kentucky Tavern, the Cabin Still and Kentucky Tavern are 36 months, right?
Right.
And the Very Old Barton is for 6 years.
Yeah.
What's the price point on a fifth of Very Old Barton?
Like $16.
$16 compared to a Cabin Still and Kentucky Tavern that's sitting at
Like 10.
10. Definitely the extra 3. Obviously,
Oh,
the
absolutely.
extra 3 years.
Yeah, totally.
Uh,
I don't know, dude.
I can't finish the.
I don't blame you. I mean, I'm kind of amazed that I was able to finish it, but I'm gonna knock back this VOB real quick so we can move on to our review.
I'm just gonna power through.
I'm proud of you. You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
Wow.
It was quite the shiver. Quite the shiver. So do you want to move on to our review then?
Yeah.
Okay, so that was Perry and Curtis being tortured for
Yes,
3 bourbons.
But then the review's gonna be torture for 4 bourbons.
Oh, yes, it is.
More
It
than
is.
likely.
So, like I said earlier, our review is Benchmark, which is notorious for giving me a headache every time that I drink it. It's 80 proof, 3 years, and it's a Buffalo Trace product. And I don't like this bourbon very much. I will be honest with you. I haven't had it
Okay.
since, God, gosh, I don't know when the last time was. And as we're pouring this up, I want to say hello to our patrons over on patreon.com/mybourbonpodcast who are getting the video review for this episode. If you would like to see this video, you can become a patron for as little as $1 a month. And you
said $1, Perry?
I said $1. That's not much, is it?
That's not much at all.
That's such a small amount. Oh. So there's the bottle in all its
glory,
crappy glory.
Yeah, I don't know if you can.
You know what's funny too? Again, Benchmark used to be well respected.
Yeah.
It used to be a thing that people kind of liked, and then it got bought out again. And here's that guy.
There's that guy. That's Daniel
hi,
for
Daniel.
Everyone.
This is Daniel.
Hi, I am actually a connoisseur of both ethyl alcohol and paint thinner, as well as glue.
Okay, yeah.
So if you ever need any help, just holler.
Essentially what he's saying is he huffs a lot of paint as well.
Okay, well, if he wants to take a good whiff of this Cabin Still or the Old Forester, I won't stop you.
Oh, it'll get you going.
Here, look, I won't even be upset if you drink straight from the bottle there, because it's...
And self-cleaning.
Yeah, exactly.
Beautiful. And...
Go ahead. Woo.
Yep,
No, you
see?
haven't.
There it is. There it is.
Okay.
Paint thinner.
Yeah.
Anyway, so our review. I'm not looking forward to this. I'm going to be honest with you. This says...
I'm interested.
Sure. I mean, out of everything we've had so far, I don't think we've recommended anything other than the very old Barton.
Yeah.
So if we wind up recommending this, I will be
Shocked.
very, very surprised. I'm
just
not getting anything.
Like, it's nothing.
There's nothing there. I mean, I'm
So faint. But
like,
maybe a hint of sweetness, and I can't even
like
distinguish
alcohol.
what that sweetness is.
I can't either. And there's a little bit of alcohol on it too, but it's so... it's so like painfully faint that...
I don't, yeah.
Like,
I can't even give it a...
upsets me a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I can't even give it a kind of a good rating or a good assumption of what it is because I can't smell it.
Okay, the more I like dig my nose into the glass, the better I can smell it. And it's actually not terrible on the nose.
Yeah, and
There's some...
I suppose I'll give it that in the sense of, it's not bad.
Right, but I shouldn't have to work so hard to smell it, right?
Yeah.
You know? I mean, I shouldn't be going, gosh, I really, really have to hunt for what's good or bad in this
Yeah.
bourbon.
Well, should we try?
I already have.
All right. Don't make it... Okay.
Oh, sorry. I just always have such a visceral reaction to this bourbon. You look mad. Oh, no, the camera went off. All right, hold on. I think it's on a 10-minute timer. Keep talking.
The nose is just as bad as the palate is just as bad as the nose.
Yeah.
In the sense of there's not much there. And then it's just worse than the nose because it just tastes bad.
Right. No, it is definitely worse than the nose. I would rather there be nothing on the palate than there be this really gross chemical... Dude, that is awful.
It's not good.
That is so gross. And the finish is non-existent, too.
No,
I mean, there's the little teeny tiniest bit of a Kentucky hug, but other than that, man, it is...
just has me, like, fuming. Not
We'll drink something better
like,
after
not
this. I
mad.
promise.
It's
Yeah.
just like, it has me going...
You think smoke's going to come out of your ears
just
or
like
something? Yeah.
breathing heavily, just trying to get air.
Golly, dude, this is... So my brother used to drink this by the handle because it was cheap. And I was like, that there are better things out there for a little bit more money, right? And
Yeah.
he's like, No, I didn't. I was like, well, you should buy something else that's not Benchmark.
You should never.
Dude, I'm getting the headache now, too.
I don't have the headache or anything, but you should never just chill out the extra $3 to $5 to get something else.
better.
Just not great. Like, it's not going to be amazing, but just enough to be an enjoyable experience.
It smells like pool sweat. Like when it's a hot day and you've been at the pool and like you have the chlorine smell and like your perspiration like all at the same time. Mm-hmm. It just smell and it even tastes a little bit like that too. I mean, oh jeez. Okay, I don't know how many more bad things I can say about this. This is like a $12 bourbon.
Okay, let's review it.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get this crap over with. We have a review system of nose, palate, finish, and price. Each category is out of 5, and then we tally everything up for a total out of 20. And then we tell you that you shouldn't buy Benchmark. So, Curtis, what would you give this on the nose?
Nose. 1.
Yeah, I am in complete agreement with you. A 1.
Yes.
For sure.
There is, just to give a description,
Nothing.
there's nothing, and I cannot give it a description.
Aggressively nothing.
Yeah. So,
And again, like if
a
you
hint
dig...
of sweet.
Yeah, and if you dig a little bit deeper as you stick your nose further in the glass, you get something. But even then, it's so like frustrating that you have to work that hard for it.
Yeah.
That it makes me not care. Yeah. And so a 1 is as far as I'm going to go.
Palate. 0.5.
I was going to go 0.5 as well.
I mean,
the
palate is worse than the nose because you actually taste it. And there's just nothing kind of redeeming about it. There might be a little hint of something sweet, but no caramel.
I'm so frustrated with this bourbon.
No caramel, no, chocolate, no.
There's just nothing.
There's nothing. And it just is like this sour kind of taste. So 0.5.
I think I'm going to give the finish a 0.25. Because it's not that there is nothing there, because the Kentucky Hug is a little bit there, but like
I'll give it a 0.5.
Okay, your funeral.
I mean, we're literally just like apples to oranges, like 0.5 and 0.25.
I know, but it's just
like we're a very small margin here.
Now the price, though, I'm going to give it a 2.
Price, I'll give it a 2, and
yeah, because I mean it's not bad for I mean like it's a very cheap bourbon. It's not like it's you
can't hate on the price. Like it's cheap. You gotta expect the quality or lack thereov of what you're getting.
I mean
you have to respect that fact.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be Pappy.
No,
or it's not even supposed to be Elijah Craig. Like it is so far outside of the spectrum that it's. I feel like I've made you mad. Have I made you mad with this episode? I'm sorry.
I'll cry later on.
We'll drink something better after we get done. I promise. I brought Henry McKenna.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
See, I brought Henry McKenna. So we have something
able to
good.
Find it? Where'd you find that?
Did
you go scrounging? Like,
where did I find it? At the Target in Hamburg.
Oh, okay.
Do you know that the Target in Hamburg has a liquor section?
Uh-huh.
I had no idea. I got real lucky. I've also seen it in Richmond for $50.
Yep.
Yep. Perfect eye roll.
I haven't found it in a long time.
Yeah. So anyway, you gave Benchmark a 4 out of 20. And I gave it a 3.75 out of 20.
Yep.
This is a do not recommend from the two of us.
Yeah, that's about right.
And it's a bad. It's a bad bourbon.
It's a bad bourbon. Do not drink.
Nope. Hey, let's drink something better.
Okay.
Shall we? So before that, I want to say thank you to our patrons for watching this review episode. We appreciate you guys and everything that you do.
Yeah.
Again, if you want to become a patron of the show and you get exclusive content like this as well as bonus episodes, you can head to patreon.com/mybourbonpodcast. And we would appreciate you doing such nice things for us. So anyway.
And hopefully you enjoyed our expressions of disgust.
our awful faces.
Yeah,
You enjoy watching us be in pain.
essentially.
Thank you. Anyway, bye Patreon. Hey Curtis,
Yeah, let's try something.
let's try something else.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, we're going to move on to our famous segment, Tips and Bits,
Tips and bits.
where we recommend things
Okay.
that don't have to necessarily be bourbon,
And it won't be.
and it won't be. Yeah,
Yep.
because I have a good thing to recommend. I don't know
yeah?
if you do or
Okay.
not, but yeah. What do you
so
recommend?
my tips and bits are going to be American Horror Story Apocalypse.
Is it good?
So the first episode was very good. I caution this in the sense of, I've been watching for probably I haven't watched all of the seasons, but I've seen like Hotel and the last season, and I thought the Hotel was really good. Then I stopped watching last season because it was so bad. They just never connect anything really well. But the first episode of Apocalypse is really, really good. And I'm hoping they kind of continue through with this season and that they keep it, consistent and a very good season for this. But they have it set up really, really well to be successful. So I hope that they do well on that. I would recommend that. You should go watch the first episode of that. Not last season, though.
I'm going to go ahead and apologize to our patrons because it looks like the whole video didn't record. So
My bad.
some of that is there, but I don't think that all of it is there. But anyway, okay. My tips and bits this week, Lucy and I started watching Schitt's Creek,
Yes.
which is so funny,
That's
dude.
awesome. Allie and I
It's
have
such a
watched
good
that
show.
for every single season. We're already past.
Yeah. Dude, it's so funny. I mean, Eugene Levy is hysterical, and he's funny in such a subtle way.
Yeah.
You know, like he's not an over-the-top comedic actor, but everything that he does is so funny.
Yeah.
It's the way that he presents himself as a character, too. And, I mean, I just think that show is incredible.
It's fantastic.
But, yeah.
And I don't know if you know this, but the son...
It's his son.
Yeah, no, the son is his son.
Yeah.
But it gets even better is his son wrote the show.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Do you know that the waitress is his daughter?
I did not know that,
Yeah.
but I know that it was like a whole family thing.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, I think that is something that's been kind of lost in Hollywood. Like there aren't any big family affairs anymore with like that. But yeah, Schitt's Creek is so good, and it's spelled Schitt.
Yeah.
By the way, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't have a whole lot of tips and bits this week. I've been thinking so much about Schitt's Creek that
That's about it.
that's been it. Yeah. So
I guess my other would be Ozark season 2.
you were the second person this week to have recommended that show to me. It's Jason Bateman, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Great show.
Love me some Jason Bateman. I've been meaning to check that out for a while now. But anyway, so that about wraps it up for us this week. First and foremost, thank you guys so much for listening to the show. We are almost to episode 50. I mean, this was episode 45. So
Beautiful.
can't believe that we're that close. Just want to remind you guys, if you are in Louisville for Bourbon and Beyond, come and find us and say hi. We're going to be there all day, both days, and we're going to be a little busy, but definitely, come and find us because it's going to be a good time. Lots of good bourbon there.
Lots of bourbon.
Lots of good bourbon there. Kurt, thanks for being on, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
It's good to see you. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. So
It hasn't been that long.
I know, but
like 2 weeks.
I know, but still.
Good to see you too, Perry.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks. I want to drink this Henry McKenna, so I'm going to let you tell people where to find you on social media while I do that.
Okay. So on Instagram, you can find me at KurtCon, and on Twitter, Kurt_Con15.
Yeah. And he had to check his Instagram to figure out which one was which.
Every time.
Oh, man, this Henry McKenna is a nice change from what we just had. Smells better, tastes better. Oh. The proof is in the glass. I don't know. There's something there. I don't know what it is. If you want to follow me on social media, I'm at PRitter1492. Pretty much everywhere. If you want to follow the show, we are at My Bourbon Pod on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can find our apparel at bourbonshop.threadless.com. Become a patron again of the show at patreon.com/mybourbonpodcast. And then give us a 5-star rate and review on iTunes so we can get more people aware of the show. That really helps. Tell your friends about the show, too. I mean, heck, that's gonna help us more than anything, is letting your friends know that.
Yeah. You like bourbon? Listen.
Yeah, please. And I guess you kind of already are if you're listening to this show. Thank you all so much, as always, for listening to the show. We will see you next week with our maybe first of 2. I'm not sure. It could be just one big dump of an episode in terms of like content from
overwhelming.
Yeah, we'll see. I have a feeling it's going to get broken up into a couple of episodes, but regardless, Bourbon and Beyond episode is coming out next week, so be on the lookout for that. But until then, I'm Perry.
I'm Curtis.
And this is My Bourbon Podcast. I don't want to drink Benchmark anymore. I hate it.
It's the worst.
Gross.
So gross. Give me Budweiser, Jim Beam. Copper Lager.
Please, for the love of God.